Welcome everyone, the results are in, the analysis is complete, and now we know who are the biggest winners of all the Pokemon that benefited from the new moves that were recently added in Pokemon Go. I want to say thank you so much to Pokemon Go Hub and especially editor Kratos. We're going to be going over this article in depth and figuring out who is the best Pokemon to be using with all of these new moves. Please note that when we're talking about these moves, this is for PvE, as in gyms and raid battles. This is not concerning PvP, which is something very different. So please be aware as you're watching this video that we're talking about Pokemon movesets for gyms and raid battles. Once again, if you want the link to the article that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be linked in the description box. So without further ado, let's dive into it. We're starting out with Roserade. Roserade is a grass and poison type Pokemon, but now it is currently the strongest grass type attacker in the game. That's correct, even stronger than Grassnot Breloom or the future of Frenzy Plant Sceptile. Now that Roserade can know Grassnot with this new addition of the moveset pool, Roserade has now become the best grass type attacker in Pokemon Go. So make sure you use those charge TMs on your Roserade, get Grassnot, and start doing some grass moves. Next up we have Honchkrow. Honchkrow is dark and flying type, and it benefits greatly from the new addition of Sky Attack into the game. Now that Honchkrow can learn Sky Attack, which is a flying type move, Honchkrow has now been elevated to be the best flying type attacker in the game. Of course, other Pokemon such as Moltres, Lugia, Ho-Oh, these ones are very powerful, but coming out on top is still Honchkrow with Sky Attack, so make sure that you get Sky Attack on your Honchkrow. Next up we have Donphan, which is a pure ground type Pokemon. It's time that we gave Donphan the love it deserves. Finally, Donphan can learn the fast move of Mud Slap. Mud Slap is a very powerful move and Donphan will benefit from it greatly. However, it should be noted that Donphan still will not be any better than Rhyperior, Rhydon, or your Groudons. So it's still just going to be one of those kind of budget Pokemon if you're missing out on those legendaries. However, Donphan with Mud Slap is still a great contender, so make sure that if you have a strong Donphan that it knows Mud Slap. You might have noticed in the announcement for the Move Pool update that Machamp could now learn Rock Slide. I myself taught my Machamp Rock Slide and it is amazing. Whenever you're trying to take out gyms, it is so helpful to have your Machamp learn Rock Slide. Why is that? Well, you remember that normal type Pokemon are weak to fighting type moves, so you could be punching your way through all those normal type Pokemon such as Chansey, Blissey, and Slacking, and Snorlax. However, some people put Pokemon in gyms that are flying type like Gyarados or Dragonite. So, if you're fighting against flying type Pokemon in a gym, this is your opportunity for your Machamp to shine. Use Rock Slide, and those rocks will take out those flying type Pokemon. So, Machamp will benefit greatly if you teach your Machamp that second charge move of Rock Slide. Good luck in the gyms, trainers. Next we have Houndoom, which is a fire and dark type Pokemon. Houndoom can now learn Flamethrower, which is a powerful fire type move. However, even though Flamethrower is now really great for Houndoom and it can benefit greatly, you still have to watch out if you're going to be looking for your best fire type attackers, because the starter Pokemon, which final stage can learn Blast Burn, are still going to outclass Houndoom, and also your legendary Pokemon like Moltres with Overheat, and even your Flareons and your Magmortars are still going to outclass Houndoom, but it's just nice to know that now if you're using a Houndoom and maybe you want to use that second charge move of Flamethrower, it's going to come in handy for you finally. Let's talk about Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is a fire and flying type legendary Pokemon. Until recently, it only had access to Steel Wing or Extrasensory as its fast type charge move. Now, because of the update with the movesets, Ho-Oh now has the access to Hidden Power as its fast move. Remember that Ho-Oh is a fire and flying type Pokemon. So with Hidden Power, it's kind of tricky because you want to get a type advantage, as in Hidden Power Fire or Hidden Power Flying. Most advantageously, the Fire type Hidden Power. So please note that when you're getting Hidden Power moves for your Ho-Oh, it's only worth it to use one fast TM to see what kind of Hidden Power you get, because it only keeps that one power. So if you try to TM it again and again and again, you're only going to get the hidden power of that certain type each time. It will be different per Ho-Oh that you try it on. However, on one Ho-Oh, it'll only get that same type of hidden power each time. Even though Ho-Oh can't measure up to many of its contenders, at least it's cool that Ho-Oh can finally get Hidden Power Fire or Hidden Power Flying. Those were the biggest winners added to our list of Pokemon that are now beefier than ever thanks to the new moveset additions. However, we have some honorable mentions that we want to go through really quickly just so you can see if these Pokemon apply to you. First up, we have Alolan Muck. Remember that Alolan Muck is not only poison but also dark type, so now that it can know Snarl, a dark type move, your Alolan Muck will take even better advantage of that dark type stab moveset. Aerodactyl is a rock and flying type Pokemon. It can now learn Rock Slide thanks to the update. Rock Slide will take advantage of Aerodactyl's stab bonus. However, it won't quite measure up to other rock type move users in Pokemon Go. However, it's really interesting to note because remember that Aerodactyl will have a Mega Evolution in the future. We don't know if Mega Evolution will ever come to Pokemon Go, but if it does, Aerodactyl is starting to look better and better. Jynx is an Ice and Psychic type Pokemon, and finally it can learn this powerful Psychic type move of Focus Blast. We've seen how powerful Focus Blast can be when it comes to Mewtwo, however now Jynx can take advantage of it with Stab and knock out those opponents that Jynx usually is faced with. Drapion is a Dark and Poison type Pokemon, which you might be using for the Twilight Cup, which is being hosted by the Sylph.gg from the Sylph Road. So if you're using Drapion in the tournament, be sure that your Drapion knows Bite. Bite is the newest Dark type move that Drapion can learn, and because Drapion is Poison and Dark type, you're going to take advantage of that Stab bonus. Togekiss is a Flying and Fairy type Pokemon. Interestingly enough, Togekiss can now learn Flamethrower, which is a Fire type move that's very powerful. We've seen it on Houndoom, remember? So teach your Togekiss Flamethrower if you want to surprise your opponents, or maybe you just want to have some backup coverage against those Steel type counters that Togekiss might face. Suicune is a Water type Pokemon, and Starmie is a Water and Psychic type Pokemon. Both of these Pokemon are weak to Grass types, so now they have the ability to learn Ice Beam. Ice Beam will help them battle any type of Grass type. Snorlax is a Normal type Pokemon. You might have taken advantage of getting Snorlax with Body Slam from a Research Breakthrough box recently last year. However, if you missed out on Body Slam Snorlax, now is your opportunity to get Snorlax to learn Outrage, which still is not quite as good as Body Slam. However, it will pack a punch and leave some damage in gyms and raids. Kabutops is a Rock and Water type Pokemon, and now Kabutops can finally learn Waterfall. We've seen that Waterfall is even more powerful than ever thanks to this update. So see if your Kabutops can take advantage of some of these new movesets, teach it Waterfall, and see the damage that it can make. I want to say thank you so much to Pokemon Go Hub, and especially to Kratos for writing this article. I'll leave the link in the descriptions box below, but if you guys have enjoyed me talking about this article, breaking it down for you all in highlighted terms, please let me know in the comment section below if this video has benefited you at all, and maybe I'll do more like this in the future. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to smash that like button if you liked the video even a little bit, and I will be sure to see you guys in the next one. Hit the bell notification icon to be alerted whenever I make a new video or whenever I do a live stream, and thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.